Well, thank you to everyone wherever you're watching us from. This is Met TV. Welcome to my channel. Just hit the notification button and subscribe. To the channel. Today we are talking about how to successfully stage a PR stunt. Over the years, many people have heard PR stunt, and they wonder what exactly is this PR stunt. When we say PR stunts, we mean something done for attention. So if you do anything which is creative, which is smart to, get a certain attention, that is PR stunts. So mostly PR stunts are staged by organizations or individual to be able to draw everybody's attention to them on what they are doing. They do that to be able to protect their agenda on whatever they want to do. And today, we are going to look at how you can successfully stage a PR stunt where you will not be found wanting, or even when it gets into any, challenging moment, you'll be able to resolve it. These are the steps to do a successful PR stunt. One, you need to have a vision or an objective. There should be an objective why you really want to do this PR stunt, because we understand that PR stunts must be tied into a project. They must be tied into a certain bigger agenda. So you need to have an objective why you want to do a PR stunt. You need to understand the dynamics, and have a certain goal to achieve in order to stage a PR stunt. And in doing that, secondly, you need to research, in-depth research into why you want to stage that very PR stunt. The reason is that researching into it will give you, a broader picture of the limitations you need to be very cautious of. One of it is that if you are doing PR stunt, regardless of where you are, you need to be very circumspect about the laws of the country. Recently, we saw a Ghanaian artist, Shatawale, being arrested for a death stamp. He faked his own death and he was arrested. So you need to be, you need to avert your mind to the laws of the country. You also need to be very circumspect about religion in your country, because whatever you are doing should not be an affront to somebody's religion. And you need to understand the traditional dynamics. In Ghana, there was one song which created a very huge problem for hip life artists, because the traditional authority of Chilbodom felt slighted by how they weave the song. Yefi Chilbodom, and I know many Ghanaians know the song. So you need to research into some of these things to understand the traditional dynamics. And we even have international geopolitics. There is issues of the minority groups, among others. So you need to research into your PR stunt. Now, what you have to do is that you need to be able to you need to be able to develop the PR stunt and test it. You should be able to test it. You can have some few circles among you, then you test it within them to see whether there is a need to re-engineer it, whether there is a need to tweak an aspect, or there is even a need for you to dump the idea. You need to be able to, do some of these things to be able to know how it will go. You need to test it and be able to know how it will end. And aside that, you need to have timelines. You cannot stage a successful PR stunt without a certain timeline, because whether it's going to last for days, it's going to last for a month, or it's going to last for, some period of time. You need to be able to, put together some timeline for you to follow the timeline to successfully achieve that. And you need to involve the media. There is no way you can do a PR stunt without involving the media. The media is very important. So you need to be able to activate the media. In activating the media, you need to get both the digital, that's the new media, and the traditional media, so that you will be able to have that wider reach you want to, get. So you need to involve the media and monitor it as well. You need to monitor the stunts to see how things are going, whether there is a need for you to, bring up some, issues again to be able to sustain the PR stunt. So you need to be able to, get it going. So these are very important steps that you need to follow. One, you need to have an objective. You need to research into the objective. You need to develop and test it. You need to really do everything possible to, have a timeline. You also need to involve the media, and you need to monitor, because it is important for you to monitor how the PR stunt is going. And at the end of the day, what we should also be careful when doing the PR stunt is that every brand has its vision, it has its values, and it has its mission. Mission is what you are doing at a time as a brand, and the vision is where you want to get to, and your values are the various do's and don'ts of your brand. So if you understand your vision, mission, and values, you will understand that I cannot do this as a stunt, or I can do this as a stunt, because whatever it is, the ramification will come after the PR stunt is done. So does it tie into your brand vision? Does it tie into your brand mission? Does it tie into your brand mission? In order not to disrupt your brand, because brands are fragile. So always we need to do things which are in line with the brands in order for us to continuously have a very strong and, of course, vibrant brand. And they will ask, how do you measure PR stand? You can measure PR stand through these three things. Through, positive press. Positive press is very important. And in the, advent of digital media, you can also check the various engagements. That is, the social media traffic is important. And one of the biggest, which I call as a dangerous one, is a public opinion, because public opinion is very, very, very key, because they will, at the end of the day, form a perception about whether it was successful, whether they have to associate with your brand and other things. So we need to be very circumspect. There are some examples of PR stunt. We all heard of the Ice Bucket Challenge. Ice Bucket Challenge. It was a PR stunt to raise funds in support of ALS, which is a disease. And this stunt was very successful because they were able to tick all the boxes. Another one too by Coke was Share a Coke, where Coke had names of individuals inscribed on the bottle. It created some level of relatability, some level of loyalty for the brand Coke, and to be able to leverage on, the necessary media hype. So try it, and let's drop your link, drop your comments in the section, and let's have the discussion ongoing. Have you ever tried a PR stunt before? And have you ever seen a PR stunt go bad before? Let us hear from you.